Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the throwback tag. I found this tag on Google when I was looking for video ideas for Vlogmas, and I came across this one and I thought it was really cool. So I've got some questions that were in the tag. I haven't used all of them because a few of them I couldn't really do being at uni, but I am doing majority of them. So there are going to be 13 questions in total, and I hope you like this video. So the first question is, what year was I born in? I was born on the 25th of the 1st, 1999. The second question is, do you have any pictures of when you were younger and can you show them? So obviously I do have loads of pictures from when I was younger, but they're all at my house back home. So I don't really have that many with me at uni, but I do have this one. It is from my first ever dressage test on a pony called Bluey, and we came second, and I think we got 4th or 5th best turned out, so I was really happy with that. And he was an absolutely amazing pony. I rode him a lot. I learned so much with him. He taught me so much, and I was absolutely devastated when he passed away, but I still have this picture. I have a few other pictures, but this is the one I have with me, and it is normally kept on my notice board. The third question is, what TV shows did you watch when you were growing up? I can't really remember that many. I used to be obsessed with the Disney Channel, so I used to watch things like Big Bear and the Big Blue House. I also watched things like The Tweenies, 64 Zoo Lane. There was the Roly-Polies. I absolutely loved them. The Fimbles. I remember my childhood best friend had a Fimbles birthday party, and it was amazing. We made like the little biscuits that they got. I did quite enjoy watching the Teletubbies, but it honestly did scare me a little bit. Number 4 is, what did I want to be when I was growing up, and do I still want to be that? Kind of, yes. When I was younger, I wanted to be, I think I wanted to work in like public services, like as a paramedic, and I mean that would always be so cool to do, like just giving back to the country. I mean, I know the NHS is pretty, like, not horrible at the minute, but you know, it's a really hard time for them because of the government, but they do so much for us, and literally we would not be in the place that we are if we didn't have things like the NHS to help us. So it would be awesome to be a paramedic, but I just think it would be far too emotional for me. I think I would literally just cry the whole time. So that's not the same anymore. I want to be a horse riding instructor, or a trainer, but I kind of have always wanted to be that since a young age. Since I was like in a riding school, I always thought it'd be really cool to give back what my instructors gave me, and obviously I've learnt so much from them that I would want to be able to do the same. And I know it's like such a hard job and like long hours, standing out in the cold, in the rain, but it still just really interests me. And obviously I'm doing my uni degree now, and if I didn't want to have that career, then I wouldn't be doing this degree, but I've always wanted to do it, and stuff like this will really help me. And I know that it's really hard to get into equine jobs anyway, but I feel like having a degree will help me in some way get a better job and find a job quicker once I'm all qualified. Number 5 are, what were my favourite toys when I was growing up? I absolutely loved Barbies and My Little Ponies and the Bratz horses and stuff like that. I still have some of them at home. They're in the loft, but I absolutely loved them, and I could literally spend hours playing with them, making up little stories in my head. And I now, like, when I see my cousin or my cousin comes around to my house, I get them out and play with them with her, which is really fun, to be able to like carry on using them, not just having them go to waste. But they literally always used to be on my Christmas list, like every single year. I remember getting like a My Little Pony carousel tea party thing, which was really cool. I don't think I have that anymore, but I definitely still have all the toys. So yeah, I absolutely loved that. Number 6 is what was my most embarrassing moment that I can remember, and it would definitely have to be when I went into my mum and dad's room and I stole my mum's lipstick. I literally painted myself with her lipstick, and there is a picture of me somewhere in my house of me standing in the bathroom before I was given a bath by my dad, and I was literally just standing there, and I was literally like covered head to toe in red lipstick, and it was just so hilarious. But I got in trouble for it, obviously, because I like painted my body. So my picture is me like just after being told off, like like really sad and upset. But yeah, that was so funny. Number 7 is what 3 childhood songs did I absolutely love. I don't know if I can pick like 3, but I can pick like bands. I absolutely loved Busted and McFly, and I still do, but literally I just listened to them the whole time I was growing up. Also listened to a lot of S Club 7. They were one of my faves. I think I still have their CD somewhere. I'm not really sure, but I listened to that literally non-stop. It would always be on in my mum's car. When I was like growing up, and I think it was like 2007 when it came out, but I was absolutely obsessed with High School Musical. I mean, the songs are still brilliant, cheesy as, but you know, everyone my age back then loved High School Musical, and I feel like everyone still sometimes listens to their music when you're getting drunk and having a good time, you know. Can't beat a bit of a old High School Musical. Number 8 is what was one of my Halloween outfits. I think most years I went as a witch, and I don't know why. I feel like that's just the one costume that I got bought, and I used to wear it until I grew out of it. I didn't really dress up that much for Halloween. I literally would just throw on a little outfit, so I can't really remember any of that. So number 9, what is a really funny story? There was this one time, because my parents used to film me and my brother opening our Christmas presents every year. So there was this one moment, it was when I was like super obsessed with the tweenies. I got this tweenie scooter, and I also got some tweenies slippers, but I also got 2 like tweenies dolls. I can't remember, I think one was Jake and the other one was Milo, because I think those were my favourites, but I honestly can't remember. But there was this time where I was walking up to my slippers and I was going to put them on, and I literally lifted my foot up and then like saw my dolls on the floor, and I literally like turned straight away, and it was just so funny. I wish I could show that video, but it's just the one video I remember from Christmas, and I watched it like a few years ago, and I literally watched it like 5 times because it was just, I was just in hysterics at myself, because just the fact I got so distracted so quickly, which I mean says a lot about me nowadays. So yeah, that was really funny. Number 10 is, do I have anything special from my childhood? The one thing that I have from my childhood is Bunny. This is the toy that I've had literally since I was born. My brother gave it to me when I was born, so it's 18 years old, and obviously because it's a bunny, I called it Bunny, but I literally could not sleep without this thing. And I remember one time I lost it and I literally could not sleep. I was literally screaming the house down. Literally my parents like raided the whole house until we found it, and thankfully we did. But yeah, I mean, I kind of just have it with me as like a sentimental thing now. Obviously like I can sleep without it because I'm 18 years old now, but yeah, I just have it more for the sentimental reasons. And as you can tell, it's gone through a bit of a rough time. Like its head, it's all like torn up, it's really dirty, it's got holes all in the back, but yeah, I just absolutely love it so much, and it just means a lot to me. Number 11 is weird things that happened to me in my childhood. This isn't really weird, this was just me being plain stupid, but I remember I was going to my gran and granddad's house, and I don't know how it happened. No one really knows why I did it, but I thought it'd be a great idea to run into my mum's car door. And I still have a faint scar, like here. You can't see it, like, unless you're like super close up, and it won't show on camera. But yeah, whew, that was very funny. Number 12 is scary things that have happened to me. Nothing really scary has happened to me in my childhood. Like, obviously I got into a car crash last year, but that wasn't really my childhood. But there was this one time when my gran got a new dog. I think this was in like 2008. And my gran got a new dog. We got it from the RSPCA, and it was his first night being at home. And obviously I like love dogs, and we'd spent like the whole afternoon with him, and he was really nice, really happy. And then so I went to kiss him, I went to give him a kiss, and I obviously like scared him or something, but he bit me. And oh my god, I'm so like grateful that I'm not blind in one eye, because I can't remember which eye it was. I think it was my right eye, but I do have a scar, like a faint scar from when he bit me, and he just like kind of punctured it. Like, he kind of just broke the skin, because obviously I'm not blind, like my eyes weren't affected whatsoever. But yeah, that was really scary, and my aunt and my mum were like, we need to take him back, like he's aggressive, blah blah. And I was like, no, don't do that, give him a second chance. And up until he passed away, he was like the sweetest thing ever. He was really cuddly, like he just loved people. So it was just a freak accident, and I just think he wasn't expecting it, so he got a little bit scared. The last question is number 13, and how is the world different now from when you were a child? And the big thing for me is technology, because obviously our technology has expanded so much, but everyone nowadays has computers and phones, and even like children are getting phones these days, which I don't personally agree with. But I just remember that we had a computer, and I remember when we had dial-up internet. Like, I'm only 18, but I remember dial-up internet. So if you were on the computer and you needed to make a phone call, you had to disconnect the computer from the internet to make the phone call. And I just remember me and my brother like playing computer games on the computer, and like that's kind of what we like bonded over, and that's kind of how I got into like all the video games and stuff. And there are so many like good video games, like Spyro. It's literally my #1 favourite game. I still play it to this day. I have 2 Spyro games for my PlayStation. And yeah, that was just like, we wouldn't always, like, we would have like set computer times. So like at dinner time we weren't allowed on the computer, we all had to sit down together, and we all used to like watch TV and just chat. But nowadays people are just sitting on their phones like whilst they have dinner, which is really antisocial. Like, you're with your family, you should be like spending time with them, and you shouldn't constantly be on your phone. Like, I know I'm really bad for being like constantly on my phone, but it just shows how much things have changed since I was a child, which is kind of sad. But I understand that because technology is like growing and moving on and getting more advanced, that things are going to be different, but that will always be kind of sad to me. So that is all the questions from the throwback tag. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again tomorrow for another episode of Vlogmas. Bye!